Hey guys, I'm sorry for the late video. It was kind of a crazy week with some car issues and then tornadoes, power outages, a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened this week. So apologize that this is going up so late, but luckily I was able to have a couple videos actually prepared for you guys that are much more important than what I'm saying. So hopefully you guys checked out the podcast that I linked and then the other interview and stuff. That's kind of the big thing. But for business and management of esports, it's something that we for sure covered a lot in the last class with performance management. That was a whole big part of it, right? The difference in this one is kind of that business side. And that's why I linked you guys the Colin and Samir podcast, where it's pretty recent actually, just a few months ago, where they really dive in with Nate Shot and Courage, who are the founder and a co-owner of 100 Thieves, and really talk about like the business side of it. Some of those podcasts like that are some of the best ways to see into the business of esports because it's not something that's like really super transparent when it comes to their operations and stuff. This podcast was a great one that I think led to some really cool insights with decision makings. Colin and Samir really asked some hard hitting questions that were really cool to go through and see. So for this week, obviously watch the videos and then do the assignment. Pretty light week. I'm getting back from spring break, but I do have them linked here. Another 100 Thieves video is this uh, uh, interview with their manager, obviously VCT Americas. This is very like grassroots, ground up kind of thing, right? So I think this is a great way to really see their insight in a good, like how he manages the team and going into stuff like VCT. I mean, there's some great stuff like his role, work life balance, talking specifically about Valorant, comparing to other tournaments, hybrid roles, stuff like that. So this is actually a really cool interview that um, I've watched through. I linked it to the other class as well. Definitely give it a watch. It's only 14 minutes. Really some good insights there. And this Colin and Samir podcast, like I said, is with Nate Shot and Courage, talking about like the business of like 100 Thieves and stuff like that. Um, so some really cool questions there. Really kind of dives into a little bit of everything, like how they make money right here. One of the most, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that when the power went out, it messed with all like my settings, like HDR stuff like that. So the screen share might look weird. Sorry for that. But yeah, tons of stuff here. A lot of really cool insights, partnerships, how they make money, um, talking about their like venture capital funding, whole bunch of stuff that really dives into business. If you've taken any other upper level business classes, you'll start to see where these questions and stuff are coming from. Last, let's go. Oh, didn't pull it up. This week's assignment, pretty straightforward. Just got a few questions for you here to answer. How do different competitive esports? I think I copy and pasted. Um, oops. Yeah. Okay. No, this works. My bad. So here, these three questions are solid for you guys to answer. Really, think about like long term is what we're thinking for business because anyone can say that, hey, I'm going to come in for this team and we're going to get sponsors. Don't use sponsorships as your long term sustainability because that's exactly why esports teams are shutting down and laying off full departments is because they relied on sponsorships. So take a look at some other ways to generate revenue. What teams are doing outside of like, yeah, let's go get Lexus as a title sponsor for this team, and they're gonna pay for it because what if Lexus doesn't come back next year? How do you fund your team? So those types of things. What kind of long term stuff do you spin off into a different business and try to grow that and use your brand? I think 100 Thieves is a really good example of what to do and what not to do. They've had a really big, um, like low key arc when it comes to what they've done. They went through super heavy on sponsors, tons of content, made a lot of money. Sponsors left, cut the whole content team. All right, let's start businesses. You have High Ground, which is succeeding under them. They did Juvie, which they sold. And then they tried to start a game studio, didn't work out. So they're trying these other businesses. I'm really finding success in one, figuring out how to navigate the others. And then they're kind of back to like, how do we natively generate that revenue with our personalities and the things that we're doing? Um, Obviously, merch is like a whole third pillar for them and how they make a lot of their money and a lot of what their focus is. So that's kind of their business as well. That's completely separate from the other ones that I've talked about. They were founded as an apparel company, and then Nadeshot was like, "Well, I came from esports. Let's field the team." Is pretty much how that happened. Lots of really cool stuff in that podcast too, where he talks a little bit about it. Lots of really cool things in business. Again, sorry for the late and quick video. If you guys have any questions, always reach out to me via email or Discord. I think this is a pretty softball week coming back from spring break. Next week, we have another one of our essay assignments, so I'll make sure we get some more in depth lectures and notes at the beginning of the week. If you guys have any questions, as always, reach out. I hope you had a great week last week, good week this week, and have a good weekend.